It's kind of amazing how much our bodies do for us without us even noticing. Think about your kidneys for a second. They're these two bean-shaped organs quietly working around the clock, filtering out waste, balancing your fluids, and keeping your blood pressure in check. You don't really feel them, you don't really think about them, but without them running smoothly, everything else in your body feels it. And here's the truth most of us never realize until much later in life. Your kidneys have already been through decades of heavy lifting. By the time you reach 60, they've filtered tens of thousands of gallons of blood, day after day, night after night, year after year. They've been cleaning up after every meal, every cup of coffee, every late-night snack, and every medication. That constant labor adds up, and like any faithful worker, they start to slow down if we don't support them. Yet the beautiful thing is, even after all these years, they can still heal, still strengthen, and still serve you well if you start giving them what they truly need. So the question becomes, what can you do right now to give them some extra love and keep them working as long and as strong as possible? Most people will tell you the same things. Drink more water, cut down on salt, watch your blood pressure. And yes, those are important, but that's not the full picture. It's like someone telling you to just eat less junk food to stay healthy. It's not wrong, but it's incomplete. The real secret lies not only in what you avoid, but in what you add, because food can be either poison or medicine, depending on the choices you make. When it comes to your kidneys, especially after 60, there's this whole other side of the story that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. The side that's all about nourishment. Because believe it or not, the right vegetables can be like little superheroes for your kidneys. They can lower inflammation, protect delicate kidney cells from damage, stabilize blood sugar, and help your body stay balanced from the inside out. So instead of obsessing over what to cut out, let's flip the script and talk about what you can put on your plate to keep those kidneys happy, strong, and calm. Now maybe you're thinking, aren't vegetables always good? Isn't eating any vegetable automatically healthy? Well, yes and no. Vegetables are wonderful, but not all of them are equally friendly to aging kidneys. When your kidney function starts to slow even slightly, some nutrients like potassium and phosphorus can build up in your blood faster than before. Certain vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, potatoes, and beets, though healthy in general, are extremely high in these minerals. If your kidneys aren't able to process them efficiently, they can do more harm than good, causing muscle cramps, irregular heart rhythms, or itchy skin. That's why seniors need to be intentional. It's not just about eating vegetables, it's about eating the right vegetables in the right way. And that small shift in awareness can change your life. But before we talk about the good ones, how do you even know if your kidneys are starting to struggle? Here's the tricky part. Kidney issues don't announce themselves loudly. They creep in quietly. You might not notice anything until it's pretty far along. Maybe you're feeling more tired than usual, like your energy doesn't bounce back after rest. Maybe your ankles or feet swell more often, or you notice puffiness around your eyes in the morning. Sometimes it's changes in how often you use the bathroom, either far more or far less. Even dry, itchy skin, metallic taste in the mouth, or frequent muscle cramps can be subtle cries for help. And here's the thing, many people dismiss these signs as just aging. But sometimes they're actually your body's way of whispering, hey, I need support. That's why awareness matters so much. When you start to listen to your body, you give it the chance to heal. Now imagine this picture. Your kidneys are like two overworked employees in a busy office. They've been pulling double shifts for decades, handling every bit of waste, every excess fluid, every toxin that comes through. They never complain, but over the years the paperwork piles up, the workload increases. What would help them more? Dumping more paperwork on their desk or hiring an assistant to help carry the load? That's what the right foods do. They lighten the burden. They bring antioxidants, minerals, and enzymes that soothe inflammation and repair the tiny filters in your kidneys that keep your blood clean. They help calm the stress hormones that tighten blood vessels and raise pressure. They even reduce oxidative stress, which is basically the rust that forms inside our cells as we age. And the most beautiful part? It's never too late to make a difference. Even if you're 60, 70, or 80, your body is still capable of responding. I once met an elderly woman named Grace who had been struggling with fatigue and swollen feet for months. Her doctor told her that her kidney numbers were starting to slip and recommended cutting down on salt and processed food. She did that, but didn't feel much better. Then she started focusing on what she could add. She began each day with a small bowl of chopped cabbage, drizzled with olive oil and lemon juice, added cauliflower to her dinners, and snacked on bell pepper slices instead of chips. In just a few weeks, her swelling improved, her blood pressure normalized, and she said she finally felt light again. Her story isn't magic. It's simply biology responding to kindness. The right vegetables gave her kidneys the support they'd been begging for. So what are these powerful helpers? Let's start with cabbage. Cabbage is one of the best vegetables for kidney health because it's low in potassium and phosphorus, but packed with vitamin K, vitamin C, and fiber. It's also rich in phytonutrients called glucosinolates that help the liver and kidneys flush toxins more efficiently. Lightly steaming or sautéing cabbage keeps those nutrients alive and makes it easy to digest. Next, cauliflower, a cousin of broccoli but far gentler on the kidneys. It's loaded with vitamin C and anti-inflammatory compounds that can reduce oxidative stress. You can mash it instead of potatoes, roast it, or add it to soups. It satisfies comfort food cravings without burdening your kidneys. Another quiet hero is red bell pepper. It's colorful, crunchy, and naturally low in potassium while bursting with vitamin A, vitamin C, and lycopene, a plant compound that protects cells from aging. Adding bell peppers to your meals brings color and antioxidants that your kidneys love. Garlic is another one. Even though it's small, it's mighty. It reduces inflammation, fights infection, and improves blood circulation, easing the strain on your kidneys. A little fresh garlic daily can go a long way. And finally, onions. Simple, humble onions. They contain flavonoids that help prevent fatty buildup in blood vessels and support healthy blood pressure, which in turn protects your kidneys. When you combine these foods regularly, you're creating an internal environment where your kidneys can rest, recover, and perform their tasks with less stress. Some people worry that making dietary changes this late in life won't matter, but research keeps proving the opposite. In a study conducted by Dr. Samuel Ito and his team at the University of Kyoto, older adults who increased their intake of low-potassium vegetables experienced measurable improvement in kidney filtration within 6 months. That means it's not too late. The human body is always adapting, always waiting for the chance to heal when you give it the right materials. Food is information. It tells your cells what to do. And when you choose wisely, you're sending your body a message of life, not decline. Now let's talk about how to prepare these vegetables wisely. Overcooking can destroy nutrients, while raw versions of some foods may irritate digestion. Gentle steaming, roasting, or quick stir-frying with olive oil are your best options. Avoid heavy sauces or salty seasonings. Herbs like parsley, dill, or basil add flavor without sodium. Lemon juice is wonderful for brightening flavors while adding a small dose of vitamin C. And when you drink water, sip it slowly throughout the day rather than forcing large amounts at once. Too much water at once can stress weak kidneys. Consistency is better than volume. Remember too that lifestyle plays a huge role. Walking daily, controlling blood pressure, keeping blood sugar steady, and avoiding unnecessary medications all lighten your kidneys' load. It's a full circle effort. Your body doesn't need perfection, it just needs your attention. When you start honoring your organs, they return the favor in strength and vitality. Another beautiful lesson here is gratitude. Every morning when you wake up, your kidneys have already filtered your blood hundreds of times while you slept. They've balanced your fluids, managed your hormones, and quietly kept you alive. The least we can do is say thank you by eating with intention. Gratitude itself even changes your biology. Studies show that grateful thinking lowers stress hormones that damage organs. So even spiritual awareness plays a role in kidney health. When you give thanks for your body, you treat it better, and it begins to heal from the inside out. Many seniors underestimate the power of small, consistent choices. You don't need fancy supplements or complicated diets. You just need to know which foods to lean on and which ones to ease back from. Replace the salty snacks with a handful of red pepper strips. Swap mashed potatoes for cauliflower. Toss shredded cabbage into your soups. Each little decision adds up to years of better living. Your kidneys aren't asking for miracles, they're asking for mercy. When you start living this way, you'll notice subtle but meaningful changes. Your morning puffiness will fade. Your energy will stretch further into the day. The foggy, tired feeling that used to hover over you will lift. You might even notice your skin looking clearer, because when your kidneys function better, your blood is cleaner. And inside, your heart will feel lighter too, because you'll know you're caring for yourself the way you always should have. So take this as your sign to begin. Don't wait for test results or pain. Prevention is the most powerful medicine. Each meal is an opportunity to nourish the life that God has blessed you with. When you eat foods that heal, you're showing gratitude not only to your body, but to the Creator who designed it so perfectly. The same divine wisdom that made your kidneys capable of filtering life itself also gave you the power to protect them through choice. The moment you choose nourishment over neglect, healing begins. And if you're thinking, I've already made mistakes, I've already lived too long with bad habits, remember, grace is always available. Just as faith can renew your soul, good choices can renew your body. Every day that you wake up is another chance to start again. So fill your kitchen with life-giving foods, speak kindly to yourself, drink pure water, and move your body in gratitude. Because healing doesn't happen in one grand moment. It happens in 1,000 quiet meals where you choose better, one after another. Your kidneys have served you faithfully every single day of your life. They never took a day off. They never asked for a raise. They've worked through fevers, stress, grief, and celebration. Now it's your turn to serve them back. Begin today. Add one kidney-friendly vegetable to your plate, drink a little extra water, and smile knowing that you're extending your own strength. The body is always listening. Show it love, and it will love you back in ways you never imagined. And as you finish watching this message, take a deep breath and think about the quiet miracle happening inside you right now. Those two little organs, no bigger than your fists, are purifying your blood, keeping your balance, protecting your life. That's the gift you've been given. Don't waste it. Cherish it, nourish it, and thank God for it. If this message spoke to you today, take a moment to act on it. Subscribe to Golden Wisdom, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with someone you care about. Especially someone over 60 who deserves to live with energy and peace. And tell us in the comments below, have you ever made a change that helped your health feel renewed? Your story might be the light that guides someone else toward healing. Remember, the path to better living doesn't begin in the doctor's office. It begins in your kitchen, in your choices, and in your faith. Take that first step today because your kidneys, your body, and your spirit will thank you for it.